All right, everybody. Welcome to MTG Mana Cracked for this special Wednesday episode. Today, we are going to crack open our second column, or second row, if you will, of our Commander Legends Dungeons and Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gate Draft Booster Packs. So, as you guys noticed, in our previous video that we did on Monday, that one came in at just over $52 for their overall value. We released that video for pricing yesterday. So hopefully today, we can either meet or beat, but if we don't, we don't. It is what it is. But without further ado, guys, let's get into this second pack. Get into the second column here. As you can tell, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 packs of 20 cards, and we will do the same thing that we did last time with the separation and whatnot. Get this thing going. So, first card is going to be a treasure token. All right, nothing upside down, so we'll see how that turns out. All right, to start with. Oop, come on now. There you go. Sword Coast Serpent. That's going to be our first card to start everything off. Next up, Z from Bandit. Flaming Fist Officer. Carlinian Orb of Dragonkind. Druid of the Emerald Grove. Lightning Bolt. Fire Diamond. Guild Sworn Prowler. You're confronted by robbers. Oh no. Universal Solvent. Predatory Impetus. Stunning Strike. Bold Folk. And our first uncommon is a Topaz Dragon, followed by a Gond Gate for our first land. All right. You look upon the Tarrasque, everybody's not so favorite bad guy to meet in Dungeons and Dragons. All right. Coming up next, we have a Tavern Brawler. Of course, nobody can just get along at the tavern. We got to have fights and whatnot. All right, our rare is Lizelle, Volkal's Champion. All right, next. Oh, got a second rare, Bountiful Promenade. There we go, another rare land. And our foil is going to be a Street Urchin. As you guys noticed, a rare land is what really helped out Monday's polls here. And that was the Morphic pool coming in, I believe, at just over $15. So, again, we're not like most channels. We don't say, okay, well, these are only $1, these are 10 cents, and we blur out the value or whatever. We're actually going to show you what every card's worth, or at least what we can hope every card's worth. Because like we saw, there were some that were different. They came up from different sets. So, we got one upside down. So maybe this is our precursor. We might have a mythic in this pack here, guys, or at least a couple rares. All right, Contact Other Plane. Going to be our first draw here. Coming up next is Chain Devil, followed up by Scouting Hawk, Reckless Barbarian, Ettercap, Spider Beast Creature. All right, followed up by Aarakocra Sneak, Manor Gate, third land to come out technically. Then we have the Javelin of Lightning, Lantern of Revealing. There's another Bronze Walrus. I think that was one of our last comments to finish out the last poll series. Another Evolving Wilds, Summon the Undead, Steadfast Unicorn. And our first uncommon out of this pack, Juvenile Mist Dragon, Thunderwave, Laura, Merry Thief, Ellen Harbreeze, Busybody, legendary creature, human peasant. All right, and coming up is another uncommon for us, the Far Traveler. What's going on here, guys? Let me see. Let's see if I can figure out why we're... There we go. Maybe that'll help with the... I think it's trying... We got too much stuff going on in the background here. It's trying to catch in on everything. So let me move some of this stuff around here real quick, see if that helps with our focusing issue here. A little bit, I guess. Okay. All right. So our Far Traveler. And our rare is Caves of Chaos Adventurer. And our foil card is going to be a Stirring Bard. It's going to be a common there. All right. Sorry about that. Let's get into pack number 3, see where we're at. All right, there's our Undercity dungeon. So we know about those guys. I'll set him off to the side. Oh, another upside down card. So see if that means anything. Mercurial's Edict. Tabaxi Toucaneers. Coronation of Chaos. Jade Orb of Dragonkind. Draconic Lore. Arms of Hadar. Prophetic Prism. Wayfarer's Bauble. We had one of those in the last set too. Heapgate. There's another land coming in. That's pretty cool. What happened to all my lands? Where'd they go? Oh, they're there. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. We have the Myconid Spore Tender. Another Lantern of Revealing. A Nefarious Imp. And another Faceless one. Gate Colossus comes in as our first uncommon on this pack. Erendicus' Vile Duplication. And we have Aranis Gloomstalker. So Halfling Ranger on this one. Coming up next is Abdul Adrian. Gorian's Ward. A Human Warrior. And we have a common here, Scion Hollister. So, all right, guys, take bets. Is the next one a mythic, or is it just going to be a standard rare? Put your guess in the comments here. And coming up, we have just a rare, Mirror of Life Trapping. It's going to be an artifact. And for our foil, Cloakwork Swarmkeeper. All right. Remember the last time we had a common sitting in that place, or in that position, excuse me, we had a mythic and then a rare pull right after it. So always interesting to see what possibilities come from everything. Throw these up here, get them out of the way. Okay. And our token, going to be a Soldier 1/1 token. All right, here we go. Guiding Bolt. Stirring Bard. Carefree Swinemaster. Kenku Artificer. Vicious Battle Rager. Astral Confrontation. Marble Diamond. Ingenious Artillerist. Trailblazer's Torch. Dread Lenorium. Runaway Together. Prize Statue. Marut. Split the Spoils. That's our first uncommon. Wild Magic Surge. That's our next uncommon. Nemesis Phoenix. Another uncommon. Wilson Refined Grizzly is going to be our next common here. It's going to be a Bear Warrior. And another uncommon is going to be Dungeon Delver. Here comes our rare. We've got another land, Sea of Clouds. And for our foil, we have the Intricate Vial Duplication. So not bad. We've got both the foil and the normal of that one now. So if, we look to make a set out of this, we've got a pretty good start. All right, next up for our token, we've got another copy. Perfect. All right, guys, here we go. Shiny Impetus, Sylvanius Invoker, Tamora's Invoker, Merkel's Invoker, Roving Harper, Marching Duodrome, Cloak of the Bat, Pack Attack, Lurking Green Dragon, Universal Solvent, Tregulan Dragon, and there's a recruitment drive. Nimblewright Schematic, that's a new artifact I haven't seen before. All right, our first uncommon is going to be a Geode Golem, followed by Cut a Deal, Sharpshooter Elf, and we've got another common here, Master Chef, your legendary background. So our rare, Jam Jansen Chaos Crafter. All right, and we got ourselves another rare here, Windshaper Plantier, going to be a creature, Angel, and our foil, Stone Spear Crystal. Look at that shimmer. It's going to be an uncommon foil for that pack. All right, guys, we have now passed the halfway mark. We are down to our last 3 packs, so let's just keep rocking and rolling. All right, so we got ourselves another Undercity dungeon, and nothing seems to be turned upside down. So here we go again. Earth Tremor, another Jade Orb of Dragonkind, another Sneaking Birdie, Merkel's Edict, Bane's Invoker. There's another Young Red Dragon. Here's a Fire Diamond. I haven't seen one of those yet, so that's cool. Another set of Genasi Enforcers, Oceanus Dragon, Thieves' Tools. Again, don't forget to leave home without them. Or don't leave home without them. Your temple is under attack. All you clerics, get out there and save them. Javelin of Lightning, Underseller Myconid. And here we have a Patriarch's Seal. Add 1 mana of any color, untap target legendary creature you control. Not a bad little one. We got going on for our first uncommon there. Owlbear Shepherd. Gut, True Soul Zealot. Legendary creature, Goblin Shaman. All right, followed up by Sivris, Nightmare Speaker, Candlekeep Sage, and our rare is going to be a White Plume Adventurer, and our foil. Ooh, look at that! The Windshaper Plantier. That's going to be a rare foil there. If you look in the foil here, you can see. I don't know if you guys can see it, but down here in the foil, it's actually got clouds. You can kind of see them a little bit there. All right, guys. Second to last pack. Here we go. Secret Lair, going to be our foil, or our token, excuse me. Skeleton token. Haven't seen this one before. 4/1 skeleton with menace. Nice. All right, so we got one upside down. Doesn't look like much of anything else. Cloakwood Swarmkeeper, Winter Eladrin, Chain Devil, Goliath Paladin, Breath Weapon. We got another Heat Gate, Goggles of Night, Lapis, Orb of Dragonkind, Sturge, Guardian Naga. It's going to be a creature Naga with Banishing Coils, which is an instant. And then You've Been Caught Stealing. Not a very good thief. Dawnbringer Cleric, and another faceless one. All right, our first uncommon is going to be Drillwork Mole. It's going to be an artifact creature mole, followed by Saddle of the Cavalier, and Minthara Merciless Soul, followed up by Agent of the Iron Throne. And our rare is going to be Shadowheart Dark Judicature. Justicar. And another rare here. We got a monster manual, Zoological Study. Look at that. And our foil, Patron of the Arts. That one there's a common. All right, guys. Last pack here. Let's see where we're at. If you guys notice, I've taken out the scanner tool for Mana Box for these. Notice it's taking up quite a bit of room, and since we weren't using it to do anything, I figured why have it in here to block all the layout when you guys can get a better view of what's going on. So, and for our last pull for tokens is going to be a Fairy Dragon token, and then we've got one upside down, and here we go. Nature's Lore, Psychic Impetus, Atrocious Experiment, Bane's Invoker, Ball's Invoker, Sealed Nurturer, Decanter of Endless Water. We know that one's going to be about a $2 card there. Dragonborn Looter, Trailblazer's Torch, Dread Lenorum, and White House Thief. Blur, that was one of our final foils in the last pack. And for land, we have Command Tower. Sigil of Mircule. It's going to be an enchantment here. That's going to be our first uncommon of this last pack. Dungeoneers pack. Hammers of Mordain. And Rilsa. Rail King's something. Yeah, they didn't really think this card out too well. Got lost in the hair there, guys. Oh, that's all right. All right, and our first rare, Shameless Charlatan. Looks like we got a couple here. So the next one is going to be Mighty Servant of Liu Ko. And our foil card, Ambitious Dragonborn. Not bad, guys. So again, not bad for 8 packs. We should have our final tally coming out on Thursday, which would be tomorrow. So we look forward to having that for you. So thanks again for stopping by on this bonus episode of MTG Mana Cracked. Feel free to check out Monday's episode, which you can find here by clicking this little box, and it'll take you to Monday's episode if you want to play catch up and see what we've got going on. So thanks again for stopping by, guys. Like, subscribe, share, comment, everything that you can do. It's greatly appreciated and helps us get our name out there. So if you like what you're seeing, make sure you share with your friends, and so we can continue to bring you this fantastic, fun, and entertaining stuff we have going on. So this is Bear. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. I'll see you out there. Take care, guys.